Hi everyone, this is Valentina. Hope you're doing well. This is a very different YouTube video than what I normally do. I'm usually vlogging about my travels, but it's not something that I'm not used to. I definitely do a lot of talking on Twitch, and unfortunately a lot of the things I say on Twitch, they disappear because Twitch deletes your videos. So I thought, what better way to help and give advice through YouTube? And this year I had a lot of questions about life really, and a lot of us are probably like entering our 20s. I just turned 20 last month, and yeah, well, you know, everyone's learning, and I have so many things that I've learned, and I think we can all share and just have this like knowledge exchange. So yeah, I got a lot of people saying, wow, you're living the life, how do you do it, how do you juggle so many things, do you have any advice for the new year? So I really appreciate that people come and ask me advice, like a big sister. So a lot of the times I have my brother ask me for advice, or my friends ask me for advice. So I do feel like this is very on brand, especially if you guys remember that I used to do a written blog every week, and I also had Tina's Time on Instagram, so I would just talk about a lot of like things. Welcome to Tina's Time, Tina's Talk. So to get started, the title of this video is how to make everything work for you. So in line with the questions that people asked me, they definitely saw on my social media that I really seized 2023 by the balls. And it's true, I really did have an amazing 2023, like from start to finish. I'm so grateful that you know, it's all the opportunities that came through. How did I get there? It all started when I was with my best friend Chanel. We were on Pinterest. If you don't have Pinterest, you need it. Especially if you have like goals in life. If you have any goal in life, I used it to visualize the things that I wanted. And I definitely made it more effective coming towards like end of 22, preparing what I wanted to do for 23. Loads of content creators on YouTube and Instagram, wherever you watch your things, they'll probably be telling you, oh, you made a vision board for 2024, or you made a vision board for 2023. Regardless, if you need an in-depth tutorial about it, there are so many other people that have done it. I'm just going to tell you it works. It's very true. There's a difference between making a fancy mood board with pictures and you just look at it and you stare at it. It's the same with like a man looking at, the picture of like a woman in a car, like a sexy woman in a car, and they're like, "Oh, I want that. I'm going to work for that." That's it's kind of the same thing. The only difference is like, will it motivate you to actually get to that point, to get to that picture with the sexy car and the sexy woman? Vision boards or pin or mood board. I just went on Pinterest and I made a mood board. That's literally it. That's literally what kind of streamlined the events that I had for 2023. So I had a couple of topics or sections that you can make on Pinterest, where you can just basically whatever pins that you have, you sum it up and then you put different pictures for each. I felt like I could discipline myself to just look on my phone occasionally and look at the Pinterest and I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm doing that. But if not, you can always, of course, you can make a board, like a physical board. You can also, I know my friend Chanel, she on her phone she has the mood board, and also on her MacBook. So when she's doing work and occasionally when she tabs out, she can see all of the things that she had going on, and she had like some gym stuff and some like very similar clean girl aesthetic and gym aesthetic, and that was literally her 2023. And of course her traveling too. So for me, I had for my travel section on my Pinterest board, I had the destinations I would like to go. So it was literally called Travel Destinations. You can go check it out. It will be on the link. I also wanted to go to my first concert, like proper concert. And I didn't know how I was going to go about it, but it was still there in the back of my mind. Like, you know what? I am going to a concert. And then, hey ho, my boyfriend surprised me and took me to see Romeo Santos. So that was really fun. It wasn't actually to do with my action, but it was rather just kind of like a manifestation thing. And a lot of people might be not entirely open-minded to the manifestation thing, or just kind of be like, oh, it's such a trend, blah blah blah. To be honest, I think manifestation was always a trend since like the history of like the beginning of time. The reason why I say that is because it's all about faith. Manifestation, you have faith in the universe that it will bring whatever it will bring to you. And there are people who are religious of the idea of prayer. Most cultures have like prayer and things like that. And wouldn't you think that it's the same thing? Like, okay, scenario. When I was younger, I really wanted a kitchen. When I was younger, I kept like, please God, please can I have a kitchen? I know you will bring it to me. That's the difference. I said, I know you'll give it to me because I have faith in you. Boom, my parents got me a toy kitchen, and I loved it, and I played with it for so many years. Thanks, mom and dad. It was that's literally manifestation. It is a prayer. If you don't want to call it a prayer, that's fine. You call it manifestation. But what's so unique about it is that you have absolute faith in like the power within yourself, and also like the exterior power, whether it's your gods or whatever, and then bam, they keep labeling it, and that's what it's been happening on TikTok. They're labeling like, oh, Angelina Jolie's face is like a rat face, and then there's like the dough face and the thing, but it's all really the same. Like prayer, manifestation, whatever. It's just faith, not faith in like Jesus and shit like that. It's just faith that the whatever's out there, or faith in yourself. You also it's faith, but also you believe that you deserve it. Because if you don't believe you don't deserve it, it won't come. It won't come to you. It will like sort of come to you, and then it will just leave your grasp. This is also explored through the idea of the law of attraction and the law of assumption. I obviously believe in the law of assumption. It's actually quite a good like read through and everything, but it makes sense as well. The law of attraction is like, oh, you want to attract riches and stuff, but also if you're not ready to receive, and you don't believe you're deserving, and also if you don't even have that little bit of faith in yourself that you'll have it, and you'll be like, oh man, I'm poor, or something like, oh, why am I poor? Why can't money come? And then you try to manifest, oh, I want money, please can I have money? Or you pray, it's like, please can I have money? Yeah, forget about the assumption, like, I am rich. I'm rich as I am. Thank you for what I have. And then it's like you do like a placebo on the whole world. Like, you know what? Yeah, I'm rich. Thank you, God, or thank you, universe, or thank you, whatever the hell it is. And then it just kind of comes to you, and you feel rich, And also, like it helps you with your ego, and it helps you with be more grateful. I am rich. Thank you for what I have, and especially when you're more grateful, those things also come to you more. And that's what 2023 was about for me as well. Like in my Pinterest board, there was something called gratitude, and I put one picture on there because I just didn't need so many hundred things. I just need one thing, just like one thing to express my gratitude for the whole thing. You don't need to keep it. You don't need to make it super complicated, your Pinterest, especially if you don't have so many goals. Just have a general idea of you want, and you can make those little images come true. It's inspiration. That's literally what Pinterest is. If you want to manifest these things, and if you want to make these things come to reality, the visualization is the first part. Then you have to take some actions towards it. You don't have to do a lot of effort. Some people kind of want an effortless life and things like that. Okay, I get it. I do get it. You don't have to work too hard. You just work smart. For instance, I was like, oh, I would love like so much more money in my bank account. And I like keep thinking about it, like, oh, I'm going to get money. And every time I was like working, because I worked a couple of jobs too. So to be fair, I had that kind of advantage that, yes, because you're working multiple jobs, you get more money. But also I was thinking, no, I get extra money. I get extra money here and there. And you know what? That happened. I got extra money, and like from photo shoots and like one-off things, but it would still like rack up in my account. That was like my bonus money. And yes, of course you worked for it, but I didn't have to work too hard for it. And that the opportunity came for me because I was just kind of like open-minded, and I'm just like, you know what? I can be a little bit lax because I'm already working too. Yeah, manifest, you got to put some sort of effort into it. Yeah, small actions, researching, learning more about the thing that you want to do as well, how to make everything work for you. I also definitely have to be open. You have to be super open-minded. If you're really open-minded, nothing's gonna really like tick you off as well. You're gonna learn so many other things. You will have like a bigger knowledge, and you will be more adaptable. How are you gonna make everything work for you? By you being ready to work for anything else. And also, this is also something that I see with like people that I know struggle, which is like jobs. I think now that at our young age, we don't need to be so picky about our jobs, like especially if it's going to be a part-time job. If you're looking for a full-time job, yeah, I totally understand. But there's also a good opportunity to do some volunteering stuff. I have had a very strong work ethic since I was very young, so I had volunteered for stuff. I didn't mind doing things for free. Now, some people will be like, no, I value myself much more. I do value myself a lot, but I also value the experience that I have, and also learning. And I would take learning over any like check, especially if I know it will be useful. The learning will be useful for my future. So, like I volunteered to work for charity, Mind, the mental health charity, and then I led a workshop, and now I get paid to do photo shoots, as in like I'm the photographer. And I couldn't have done it without learning and volunteering to do these things. So you're gonna have to also be willing to work for everything. So how can everything work for you? By you also being willing to work for everything. Maybe it's not everyone's cup of tea, but this is how I have been able to be very, I would say, very successful in 2023, especially with my career. There's also the question that someone had, like, how do you juggle so many things? And that's a great question. How did I juggle it? Because I had uni and I had a couple of jobs, and you try to like maintain a social life. And I'll be honest, my social life wasn't entirely, I think it was amazing, but maybe for some people's standards, they would like to spend more time with their friends, and that's something you can absolutely do. But for me, my friends are really supportive, and my family are really supportive, and they know I have a really strong work ethic, and I just really want to work a lot, have a lot of savings, because I'm so young now, and savings are really important for me. And I really want to do a video later on about how to manage your finances, because you want to experience everything, and you can't experience everything, but also maybe I can teach you my cheap, frugal ways on how to experience everything as well too. If I have free time, of course I will make time for my friends. But uni, it was about 2 days a week last year, and then every other day I was working except for Sundays. I didn't work too. I mean, I worked hard, but sometimes I would get like migraines. I have chronic migraines, or I would just be like exhausted or kind of sick. Before, I used to work even when I was sick. That was something I changed 2023, and that was how I didn't burn out so much. I think I burnt out twice, like in the year, and normally I would burn out more because I absolutely exhaust myself. But no, as soon as the migraine hit, stop. I'm not going to read a book either, because it's like concentrating and like absorbing some sort of knowledge. So I would do like DIY crafts, whatever, like, tactile like thing. Don't look at the screen. Or I would write, I would journal, talk about what I'm grateful for, anything less strenuous on your brain, because obviously you need time for yourself. I really did manage most of my time. Like, January was so bloody busy, and I was literally, I had only just started that vision board, but launched my business, Tina's Tea. I think it was either 2 weeks or 1 week we had to prepare, me and Chanel, and then it went amazing. Like, we pretty much sold out as well. It was a 2-day event, and God, and then literally, like, I think the week after, I had organized my mum's 50th birthday. It was a surprise birthday, and guess what? I made a Pinterest board about it. So I guess I was less stressed. So I think if you kind of plan, you don't need to meticulously plan the whole of your life, guys. But if you have like a simple idea on Pinterest, it takes a lot of the load and a lot of the anxiety that you might have with things. December, so last month, was hectic. I was organizing an event and I had my uni deadlines coming in, but just made it work. And I think there's something amazing about working from home. So if you can find like remote jobs, bro, do it. So I had uni. If I didn't have uni, I would have a 9 to 5. Then after my 9 to 5, I come home, have dinner, freshen up, 3 hours do virtual work from home. Then I can even have 2 hours of me time, which is like watching whatever, maybe planning a holiday. But that's literally how I manage my time. And maybe for some people that might be too much. But every day I did not not let myself have me time, which was at least an hour. And then occasionally on the weekend, if I didn't have my normal job, I would get like the odd job to do a photo shoot as a model or as a photographer. So I literally, any opportunity to make money, I grabbed it. So that really helped with my savings. And all of my money, savings. I didn't spend money on clothes. I only spent it on transport and gifts, because that's my love language as well, gift giving. But hey, I did not limit myself when I went on holidays. Like, I really wanted to. The idea of me going on holiday, I was like, yeah, don't be afraid to spend. Obviously, you can budget it a little bit, but don't be too afraid to spend on yourself. You've made it this far. You've worked hard for that. So, you know, I got to travel, which was great. I got to travel to Paris for Chanel's birthday. It was a surprise birthday. Then I went to Galicia, which is also another blog, which you guys can see. And then I had already finished uni, so I had like 3 months of pure full-time working at my 9 to 5, and then obviously the remote. Dalla ville I the racked up. And I had a lovely amount of savings. And then when I went to Thailand, I got to go to Japan, I got to go to Vietnam. Super happy that I was able to fund my trip to Japan and fund it for my brother as well. And when it comes to those things, I think you definitely feel more proud about yourself, and that was also like a great motivation. Just try to keep it as a routine. But you really can do it. And you don't need to have your life figured out, because I know so many people don't know what they want to do. You just need a little bit of an action plan, a little bit of the things that you like, and you put it in a Pinterest board. If you don't know what you want to do for this year, who cares? Do what you like put what you like on that board. You'd be like, okay, this is really nice. How can I get to that point? Then you do one baby step, then one baby step comes to the other baby step. For me, I'm a very goal-oriented person, and when I want something, I will get it done. So I kind of do it like on the dot, like super fast. But also remember that plans change, and for someone who has always tried to take control of her own life and be really like, everything has to go this way, 2023 was about letting go, and letting things happen. And you know, in my Pinterest board there was something called exhibition, where I wanted to have my first solo art exhibition, but I didn't have enough time because I had all these other things I was doing, the job opportunities that came, and also the job that I'm doing now as a marketing and communications lead wasn't really where I was kind of expecting to go. But I still took the offer, and I would not have, asked for anything better, because I wasn't so picky about it. It was just, I could just go for it, and I went for it. And I, in December, organized an event at Google, and I couldn't have done it if I just didn't take that job a chance. If I didn't give that job a chance. So, how to make everything work for you? You have to work for everything. And yeah, I hope that was really informative and helpful. The main points that when we went through today were the power of Pinterest. Also, I have a book to try and keep me on track, by the way. If you see me looking down, you're like, why is she looking down? It's because I have this little script. The power of Pinterest. We talk about manifestation and how literally everybody in the world does it, and it didn't exist before TikTok. Managing your time. And yeah, I might be doing another video on healing and also like financial management. But if you have any other questions, you can ask me on Instagram. If you are too shy to leave a comment, that's fine, no problem. But I really appreciate you taking the time to watch, and I hope it was engaging and you didn't like click away after a minute. So thank you so much, guys. See you.